Okay, let's get right into it. Finding a dog trainer in Birmingham can feel like a pretty big deal, but honestly, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. We're going to break down exactly how to find the right fit for you and your dog with a simple, practical guide. So, this is the big question, right? You've got all these options, and you're wondering, how do I find the one that just clicks with my dog's personality and what we're trying to achieve? It feels like a huge decision, I get it, but when you take it step by step, it's actually pretty straightforward.
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at what makes training in Birmingham unique. Then, we'll get into different training styles, talk about costs, cover the most important questions you should be asking, and finally, where you can go to practice those new skills.
All right, first things first, training right here in our city. Believe it or not, our local environment plays a huge role in what your dog needs to learn, and any good trainer is going to get that.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Your dog has to learn to be cool with all the action at Railroad Park or walk through the crowds at City Walk without getting overwhelmed. Even just navigating a busy sidewalk in your neighborhood or an apartment building hallway, these are the real-life situations a Birmingham dog faces every day.
And that's really the bottom line. The best training isn't happening in some quiet, empty room. It's about preparing your dog for actual life in the Magic City, for all the sights and sounds they're going to encounter the second they step out your front door.
Okay, so if a trainer needs to get your dog ready for Birmingham life, how exactly should they do it? Let's talk about training styles, because the philosophy behind the training, well, it matters. A lot.
When you look at training methods, there's a really clear line in the sand. Modern, effective training is all about positive reinforcement. You're rewarding the good behavior you want to see more of. This builds up your dog's confidence and makes your bond so much stronger. On the flip side, you have methods that use fear or intimidation. Those can really damage trust and are definitely something to steer clear of.
Now, for some dogs dealing with bigger feelings like fear or reactivity, you might hear the term behavior modification. This is just a more specialized approach. It uses specific techniques to help change how a dog feels about a situation. Like, for example, slowly and carefully teaching an anxious dog that seeing another dog can be a calm, neutral experience.
You know, Alabama doesn't actually require trainers to have a license. So how can you tell who really knows their stuff? Well, you can look for these voluntary certifications. You don't have to memorize all these letters, but when you see them, it's a good sign. It shows that a trainer is serious about their education and is keeping up with modern, effective methods.
All right, let's get into the practical stuff. Money. How much is this going to cost? Let's look at a pretty clear breakdown of what you can generally expect to pay for training here in Birmingham. As you can see, there's a pretty big range, and it all depends on what you need. Group classes are a great place to start for basic manners, and they're usually in that $140 to $275 range. If you need more personalized help, private sessions will run you about $85 to $160 an hour. And then for those really intensive options like a board and train, the price reflects that full-time immersive work.
And here is a really important piece of consumer advice. Before you sign up for anything, make sure you get everything in writing. You want to know exactly what you're paying for, how many sessions, where they'll be, what kind of support is included. That way, there are absolutely no surprises down the road.
Okay, so you know what to look for and what it might cost. Now, how do you actually interview a trainer to see if they're a good fit? Think of this next part as your own personal hiring checklist.
So you'll definitely want to ask about their methods, their credentials, and all the logistical details. And for sure, ask if they have experience with your dog's breed or particular challenges. But honestly, the most important question on this list might be that last one. How are you going to teach me how to be a good handler and keep up the training? Because that's the key to long-term success.
And for our last section, once you're working with a trainer, that's just the beginning. The real magic happens when you practice. So let's talk about some of the best spots around town to reinforce all those new skills.
Each of these spots is great for something different. Remy's is amazing for practicing recall off-leash, since it's huge and fenced in. City Walk's Dog Park is perfect for getting your dog used to all those city sounds. Railroad Park is your go-to for practicing calm leash walking with tons of people around. And Rotary Trail is just ideal for perfecting that heel, with cyclists and runners passing by.
Oh, and just a quick legal heads up. Remember that in Birmingham, leashes are required everywhere in public unless you're in a designated off-leash park. It's a simple rule, but it helps keep everybody safe and happy while you're out training.
When it comes right down to it, this is what it's all about. Finding that right person to guide you can completely change the game. It can help you build that amazing partnership and have the well-behaved companion you've always wanted.
Because really, a well-trained dog is a dog that gets to be part of more of your life. They can join you for a quiet walk in the neighborhood or come along for a busy day at Railroad Park. I hope this helps, and good luck on your training journey.